Hi everybody, it's Tommy Jo at Bird Street Studio, and I'm here to do my interpretation of Roxy's Weekly Challenge 2025, week 34. And I think Rachel calls the Swatch Ephemera inspired by Meredith Henning. And basically it's making, like paint swatches. And she used acrylic paints, and I don't have that many, but I think I'm going to try it. So we'll see how this works. This is all the acrylic paints I have right here. This is it. And so to make paint swatches, you need kind of shades of the same, I think, or be able to mix shades of the same. And what she did is she swatched on fairly neutral kind of papers and stuff, and then she decorated them with different elements. But I have a bunch of journaling cards that need to be finished, and I was thinking, why not try to swatch on here and then put ephemera, something on here, and we could finish these cards. So I thought, well, that would be a good idea. So we're kind of going to go both directions, I think. So the first thing I need to do is figure out paints, and I'm looking, and I have a lot of pinks and purples over here, but I have no red paint. I have no pink paint. I have a Tuscan red. I don't know how that would come out. I have purples, and I have these paints are pretty old too, so bear in mind. I have alizarin crimson. That's kind of a red, but it looks kind of the same. I have coral. So if we were going to try to make some sort of pink, I do have white. So I want to see what these look like, these paints, and I'm going to just use my glue book. I'm going to move these off to one side as well. Okay, so I'm going to use my glue book, and I'm going to, I really don't have any idea how these paints are going to look, so let's see. Wow, that's pretty soft. And then if we have white, okay. And then what if we do I don't know, some sort of a red, white. If we do blue, we can bring purple into the mix, right? Some sort of blue, maybe sapphire blue. I have a lighter blue. Let's try this one. Oh, ooh, that's a lot. Okay. Let's just see. Let's see what we got. I'm thinking we could do something like this. If we want to do something where you can I don't know, where you can journal on it. If you want to make something where you can journal on it, then we're going to want to we turn it this way. Can't journal that way, so let's turn it this way. Make it backwards. I'm getting paint all over. Like this. I don't know. Let's see. So let's see. The first thing we'll do is we'll make a red square here. Then if we bring a little white in it, get a little lighter. Actually, we need to make that a little lighter, I think. Okay, and I need to have a paper towel to wipe off on. And then we want something even lighter, so we're going to mix a little more white in there. And then even lighter. Okay. And then I want to make this one just a little bit bigger so it matches the others a little better. There. That's wild. And then, but then if you put something with it, like if you do something like this, then you have a piece of ephemera. I guess, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing for me to do. Just wondering if I shouldn't do like watercolors or something. I don't know. Okay, so I shut the camera off just for a second because I was trying to figure out what I would do with this piece. And I finally realized if I put something like this on here and then added in this kind of pink rose color, okay, we glued that down and then we covered the back with coffee dyed paper, we would have a great piece of ephemera. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. What Rachel did is she went ahead and did all of her paint swatching and then she decorated them, but I need to check this out before I continue on with this. See how this works. So if and I'm putting this on here so that it'll hold this piece over that we folded, like that. And then I had this flower that I thought matched this pink, and I thought that would be pretty. And I'm matching the stem up with the where I folded the paper so it covers it. So that's kind of pretty. That's a pretty piece of ephemera. And then we just have to create I don't know where I put my I'll tell you what I did in here is I have totally changed my room around, and I will kind of show you that. Oh, here we go. So I don't know where everything is anymore. Oh, this looks nice. Yeah, this will be cool. There you go. I like it. and then we'll cover the back with like coffee dyed paper or something. So that's pretty cool. So I think that I can't do it like Rachel did where she just did a bunch of papers and that. I think I need to have a piece in mind. It's how my mind works. So let's set this up here. And I'm thinking, what if we did the same to like this journaling card? Let's see if we do a bright red. Bring a little white in there. And then we'll bring even a little more white in there. And then even a little more white in there. And then maybe just one more where it's a lot of white in there. Make it a very light pink. Okay, so far I like it. I think we need to put that one aside and let it dry. I think I'm liking that. But I think I don't have a lot of places to put stuff, so let me move my paint. Okay. Okay, so let's pick another one since we have these colors and see what we can do with them. This one you could probably just make swatches down the side, right? This one's like cream. Let's use that one. Okay, I think we're going to do the same color swatches. So we'll do the red. It's kind of dark in here, huh? Is it a little dark? Let me see if I turn the light on, if that's any better. A little better. Okay, so then we want to add some white. quite a bit more. Oh, I like it. Okay, I need to grab some water real quick. Okay, so I got some water right over here to swish off on, and I'm looking at some of these papers, and I'm thinking, wouldn't this be cool? Let me see how long this is. It's a little over 8.5, so what if we took that off and took that off? Now we have a little under 8. I like it. But I think I would like to straighten that just a hitch. Okay, I have an idea. Okay, is making an element piece. So let me see what we can do. So I'm thinking, what if we did kind of looking for some different color flowers. Oh, that might be good. And we did blues. What do you think? I think. Okay, so I'm going to do blue, and we have some white here. So let's try. Ooh, that's got a gookie in it. Let's try a blue right here. Okay, and then we'll add a little white. Make it a little lighter. Cool. And then we want to add a little more white and make it even lighter. And then even more. Oh, I think that's cool. And then we could glue this onto here. Let's try it. Make cute little pieces. Like I said, this is my interpretation or my rendition, not my interpretation. It's really my rendition based on what I have and what I would use in my journals. Oh yeah, I think that's pretty. And then I would put it on, I don't have any scrap paper, I don't think, out here. Let me see. Oh, you could put it on yellow, huh? Or you know what I have? I have a piece of vellum. Ideas, ideas, ideas. Okay, so I'm going to put it off to dry before I add anything to it or add it to anything. But I think that's so cool, huh? Okay. Now I had a card that was like, remember we're doing a bead journal, right? So thinking we want to do some colors like that, but let's do some more bluish. I have this card that's from Louisa Heinzel's kit, and what could we make that into something more purple? Or maybe that's the one that we could put these on. Put one of them on there. Let's try to make a purple out of this goo I got going on here. Okay, what if we mix red with our blue? Can make like a bluish purple lavendery color, dark. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, that's good. Now we need a little white to add to it, I think, to lighten it up. Where's my white? And if we add a little white to that. We actually need a little more, maybe not quite that much. I want to make it significantly a different color, you know, lighter. There, I think that'll work. Nice. Now let's add a little more white. Nice. And now we'll add a lot more white. Okay. We'll really lighten it up. Oh, I like it. Okay. Nice. And then we'll consider adding these purple flowers or this purple flower in a word or something. So let me see if I have anything else that's that color purple. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. So I think we're going to stick with this one or this one. I kind of like that one. So let's go ahead and glue that on. while I have it. And then we can let the paint dry and come back and finish embellishing it. So hopefully this gives you an idea of what you can do with just adding paint swatches. Adds a different element to a journaling card. Look at how cute that is. So we're going to let that dry. And let's do another paper or something. Let's do maybe something like this. And we have blue. And I'm looking for things that I think would match. Okay, I think this will work, but I think we need to make our swatches down here or make them right up there. So I'm going to cut this bird down. Let's try that. Okay, but I think that I want to switch color blues to I have this Calypso blue. Let's try that. I think that color would match better. And I'm thinking I might consider adding a little of the darker blue to that. This right here. And take some of this and make it a little darker shade. Okay. So we just want to make small, like right here. 1. And then we're going to make it blue. Okay, and then we want to add some white. Perfect. Then when we add our bird here, look at that. Okay, so we're going to glue him down. First I'm going to get this white off here. Let's distress him just a little. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay, let's let it dry and let's see what else we have. Let's do one more. And let's see. I have some yellow, like I have this, and I thought if we could do it on a card, we need a smaller card. I'm looking for a smaller one that has the paint marks on it that we made in one of our older videos. That one would work, I think. But, oh, here. That's the one I was looking for. I think that'll work. Okay, so I want totally different colors. I think I want to take a little off of this. And let's round the corner. I'm trying to think of what's the best place to put the swatches, because I don't really want to cover that up. But maybe if we put swatches right here, that would work. Okay. So let's find colors. I have yellow ochre, and I have we want to go more with a brown, maybe. Go with a burnt umber, maybe. And I don't know, I've got a flesh tone, a burnt umber, and a yellow ochre. I don't know what those will do. Okay, I couldn't get the cap off the yellow ochre. I got to work on that. But I do have something here called Golden Sunset, so I think we want to maybe try that. I have the flesh tone. I don't know what this will do. I'm not good about getting my hands dirty, can you tell? It's a flesh tone. And then we have this brown. Whoa, that came out fast. And let's see what we can do with that. So let's do a brown. I'm not sure I want to do totally dark brown, so let's mix that a little bit, make it a little lighter. Okay. And then we want to go a little lighter, so let's mix a little more of this tan in there. And I want some of this gold in there. Yep, that'll work. And then we want to add a little more of the gold, I think. I'm going to grab a little of that white. That'll work, right? And then I want to take a lot of gold in there. Make that our last color. There we go. We do want to redo this top one a little bit darker and a little bigger. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now I think we need to glue this. I'm going to distress this. This will be cool to add to our bee journal. This is a messier project than I'm used to doing lately. When I did mixed media, this was commonplace, but I don't do that anymore much. So this is a real stretch for me. Okay, and we need to let that dry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to move this off. I'm going to bring the pieces back and we'll decorate them. Okay, I'm back and I kind of cleaned up the paint a little bit and washed my hands a little bit. And was looking at these, trying to think of where we can go from here. One of the things I did is I took my paint and I swatched it off on here so I didn't lose it, but I was thinking, oh my gosh, how cool is that? We could make a belly band or something out of that. Anyways, so I didn't waste all that paint. It's there and it needs to dry. But I was looking at how much more we can decorate these or what we can do with these. So I know that we want to back this one with something to write on. And I thought we could just use, I have like book page. It has a blank back. So I thought, why not just use that? So I could put this right on here. I could put this, let me move these aside. Put this right on here. And then we would have book page on the back. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and rip this. There we go. Then we have a really cute kind of piece of ephemera. So there's one. This one is perfect, except it's just very lightweight. And I was wondering if we couldn't just do something to make it a little stiffer. But I don't want to take any journaling space away. Let me see what else we have. Okay, I've got a piece of coffee dyed. I've got a piece of coffee dyed lined paper, and then I have some of this, what I call confetti paper. And I kind of think the confetti paper would be pretty cool. So I think I'm going to use it. There we go. Yeah, that makes it feel a little bit more substantial. And so then we've got this one. I love it. So these are the two bird ones. Okay, and then what to do with this one? I think this one, we just need a label or some words or something. I don't want to necessarily put words on it yet. I don't know what it's going to go in, but isn't this a pretty card? So let's see what we have for labels. Okay, we have these small ones. I've got a couple purples in here, like these. Oh, I like these. We also have like kind of this color purple. That would be kind of nice. I like that, just like that. How about that? Oh, I've moved everything on my table around. Trying to give myself more space in this room. And so I went ahead and ordered some IKEA pieces. I'm going to take my journals and actually put them in a bookcase that has like a glass door in my bedroom right outside this room. And that'll free up a couple spaces in the Kallax unit that I have behind me. And then I ordered another Kallax unit to go to the end of these tables. So I'm hoping that the shelving unit that I real quick put into the other bedroom, the guest bedroom, it's just sitting there waiting for IKEA to arrive. I'm hoping that I can get everything that I have on that in the space in here. If I measured correctly, it will fit, but let's see how good I do math. Not so good. I love this. Look at this. Love it. Okay. Oh, and we probably want to distress the back. What I didn't bring over is we had a couple of these pieces right here. Tommy, get yourself together. I start opening everything and not closing anything. So these are what we have left. And let me think about this. Like this one could really use a big, oh, that would be kind of nice, huh? If I made that a little smaller and then put, oh, I love it. So I'm gonna, this is just out of a book, a gardening book, and I thought that the colors were pretty cool. So I'm thinking that if I round the corners and then cut it maybe that long, let's rip that baby right off there. Yeah, I think I like that. And we'll just cut this off the bottom. And there we have it. And I may want to put something up here. Let me just see. I think I want to do that. Here we go. We have another journaling card. So then we have these left. I think this one I'm going to hold off and put in my bead journal. And then if I want to add some decorations onto there, I can do that. I don't know if I have any bright... Oh, I do have a kind of a bright yellowy... Phew! Actually, I have a couple of those. But do we have a... Yeah, I'm not sure that I want to necessarily decorate this just yet. I do like this though. Oh. Isn't that awful? Like I can't make decisions, people. What is with me? Well, I like that a lot. So we just made our decision. And the word collect, instead of like a bill or something, it could be collect. You know, like you collect species of things. Let's see, collect number, identification check. I don't know what that means. I'm going to move it down a little further because, am I in screen here? Because I really like these marks right there. These are too bright. So we're going to use this one. And this one, like this, I think. There we go. Okay. Now this one, I'm not sure if I even want to keep those flowers on there. I might want to put something like this on there. I think I like it. So I think we're going to tear this. we need to distress the back a little and the front just a smidge. Okay, so we got that one. So this is the last one, and I have to figure out what I want to do with this one. If I want to put it on some of this, you know what we could do? Have a little of this, and then we could put it on that. Oh, I think that would be good. Okay. We need to make it more substantial. That's what I'm trying to do. I could put cardstock on the back. I do have cardstock, but I'll show you what I was thinking. Actually, we could put it, maybe we could put it on book page, a little on book page. On either side. I like that. And I think that's what I want to do, not this one. Okay, and where's my tear ruler again, Tommy? Let me see how big this is. Okay, so we can take this right off. Perfect. Perfect. Love it. Okay, and then we can add it to this. And this is almost 9, so we want to take some of this off. And I think we're going to take just a smidge off of the top. Okay. Now this paper is now just a little over 8, which is perfect. Oh, I love this. Beautiful. And then we have a belly band that's, how big is it? Yeah, about 8 1/4. Perfect size for a belly band. It would also make a perfect pocket. So we're going to hold off decorating any more on that because we don't know where it's going to go. That's the hardest thing for me, is I like to put together things but then leave them blank in terms of decoration because I don't know what journal they're going to go in. Okay, so let's see what we have. So first we have this really cool belly band or pocket that we made. And this is from the paint that we used. We have this really pretty journaling card made with a picture from a book, a flower book. We have this journaling card that we backed with some book paper. We have this beautiful purple journaling card. I love it. We have this Am I on camera still with all these? We have this beautiful yellow and brown gold journaling card that we're going to put in our bee journal. And we have this journaling space here with our bird that's blue. And then we have this really pretty journaling card with the flower here, our labels, and again, a picture that came out of a flower magazine. So I hope you enjoyed this. My interpretation of Roxy's weekly challenge, week 34, Swatch Ephemera inspired by Meredith Henning. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We would love to have you in our community. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video, everybody. Bye-bye.